Hey guys, it's Christy, and today I'm going to be doing the I'm not doing nano version of the Preptober tag. So you might think I'm crazy that I'm doing this tag even though I'm not participating in NaNoWriMo. But I felt like I could offer a different perspective to this tag, which is I'm a writer that's not doing NaNoWriMo in the month of November, but I am still working on a new project. I actually just finished my second draft of what will be my debut novel, and I'm letting that rest for a little bit, and in the meantime I'm starting to plan my second project. So you know, not exactly the same thing as NaNoWriMo, and it's not contained within a month or anything like that, and I'm not going to be participating in a lot of the writing activities and things that everyone else is doing. However, I still am in the same kind of stages, in the same kind of planning and everything that everyone else is for NaNoWriMo, so I thought I could offer that perspective, and maybe I can be the first voice of someone who is planning something but just not within the confines of NaNoWriMo. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. If you think I'm crazy, that's okay too. But yeah, I just thought, it might be also a fun opportunity for me to talk about my new project because I'm really excited about it. And thank you so much to Rebecca Rodriguez for tagging me. And I will link Rebecca's video down below so you can go check that out when you're done with this. So question number one is, what are you planning on writing for Nano this year? Okay, so like I said, right now I'm currently in the planning stages for my second novel, and it's something that I've been planning for a couple of years. I was on this trip one time. I don't know if anyone else gets like this, but you just have something in your mind and you're just obsessed with it. And I pretty much plotted out like the entire thing. And this was, I want to say 2 years ago. I plotted out the entire thing. So I have a lot of the plot kind of in my head, but I really want to take some time to really assess, especially with my debut. I've learned so much in terms of structure, and so before I write the rough draft, I really want to be sure that I've made all the right decisions when it comes to structure and pacing and conflict and all of those things. I might make some different decisions. My next project that I'm working on is loosely inspired by Notting Hill. I don't know if anyone else has watched that movie. It's a pretty popular movie, Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant. I didn't get the idea because of Notting Hill. It's just that I've always loved that storyline, and I always kind of felt like they could have done more with it, or maybe, someone else could have been inspired to do a similar storyline, but just in maybe like a punchier, flashier way. So if you know that story, then you kind of have somewhat of an idea of maybe what it's about. It's going to be very romantic. I'm hoping it's going to be even more romantic than my debut novel. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. One of the storylines is about family and about some really tough stuff that goes on in this family unit and things that have happened a long time ago, and secrets and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of drama, but I'm also hoping that there's going to be a lot of just like funny and just like really romantic and steamy moments, and I'm so excited. It's gonna be awesome. And then number two is, what do you find to be the hardest part about planning for Nano? For me, it's probably because I'm not doing Nano and I'm feeling left out. But I'm gonna take this a different way, just since I'm not doing NaNoWriMo. The hardest part, I would say, about currently plotting for my rough draft is second guessing everything, just because I want the structure to be super polished and I want the structure to be very well paced. I just want to make sure that every page that you're reading is super enticing and just keeps you reading, just makes you want to know what happens next, or just keeps you really invested. That's my goal. So it's just a lot of second guessing and just wondering if I'm making the right decisions, and how can I do more? Like, how can I raise the stakes even more? So I would say that's the most challenging part right now. Okay, so question number three, what is your favorite part about planning? I think just this kind of almost like a movie in my head, and just picturing some of the scenes and the characters together, and also just kind of feeling those emotions of ultimately what I want my reader to feel. I think is the best part. It's like when you watch a really good romantic comedy and it just leaves you feeling so good at the end. I think that's just how I'm feeling throughout this whole stage, you know, and which is awesome. Okay, and question number 4, do you use a structured plot outline with worksheets or do you word vomit? I don't use worksheets, but I do use a very structured outline. I've actually made 2 videos on the subject of outlining, so if you need anything like that, or if you're looking for resources for outlining, you might check those out. I'll link those in the description box. Personally, for me, I feel like it would be a big waste of time for me to try to write without outlining and knowing what I'm writing. Honestly, I don't feel like I would have any usable material, and that's why I wouldn't do that. Okay, and then question number 5, what resources do you use when you plan? I have been kind of looking for some different books that I can use, reference, but I am trying something new actually. Alexandra Roslin recommended this book. I just ordered it, so it's coming soon. And it has a lot of really good ideas, like plot ideas. We all can come up with ideas pretty easily, I think, as writers, but sometimes it's hard to think about the if-then. You know what I mean? If this happens, then it's gonna cause this. Like the cause and effect, I think, can be a little bit harder. And you might be thinking, I definitely want this to happen, but I don't really know what I can do beforehand to cause that to happen, you know? So I think books like that, resources like that can be really helpful, because sometimes that's just what you need, you know? You just need sort of like a third person perspective to just introduce a new idea, introduce something new. And then also music, you know, just listening to, I have a playlist of just writing music, just songs that I feel like kind of evoke emotion, just like random emotions. And so I'll kind of listen to my playlist, or I'll listen through it, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, that song definitely inspires something that I want to feel in this book. And so I'll create a separate playlist for the specific project that I'm working on. And so it'll have all those themes and emotions for that project. So question number 6, do you have a survival kit? No, and I also didn't know this was a thing. Rebecca was saying she didn't know, I didn't know, but I will link Alexandra Roslin. If you're not already following her, you probably are if you're following me, but if you're not, I will link her video down below, so definitely go check that out because she had a great survival kit. Question number 7, do you have a favorite snack while writing? Okay, so since I write first thing in the morning, I don't eat. I am really also really weird about breakfast. Like, I can't eat for a long time. I think it's because I drink coffee. I'm trying to think, what would I eat? This is hypothetical. Maybe popcorn? I really like popcorn. The only thing about popcorn is like it can get your fingers really, if you put like butter, it can get your fingers really buttery, and then you don't want to get butter on your keyboard. So I don't know if that would be the best writing snack, but it's like my favorite snack. Or like, ooh, you know what would be really good? Pumpkin bread, especially this time of the year, pumpkin bread. I recently made some and it was so amazing. The trick is, let me just say, I went ahead and I cut it all up and I put it into Ziploc bags. And it was so moist for the longest time after I baked it. And I was like, what? Like, how have I, because I make banana bread all the time. And I was like, how have I not been doing this? It lasted so much longer that way. So if you make pumpkin bread, put it in Ziploc bags or in like an airtight container or something like that. It'll last a lot longer. Number 8, do you listen to music while writing? If so, what are your favorites? So I talked about my playlist, but I really only listen to that when I'm not writing, to just kind of like generate ideas and stuff like that. When I'm not writing, I cannot listen to anything with lyrics because it really distracts me. I have recently started using the Harry Potter ambient noises that they have. They have YouTube videos, and then there's also a website where you can like mix the ambient noises. I feel like this is what a lot of people do. That's why I'm not really going in depth on this. Then number 9, do you plan to incorporate this year's Nano theme into your novel? No, because I'm not doing NaNoWriMo, but also I didn't know that there was a theme, so that's good to know. So I'm learning a lot. Even though I'm not doing Nano, I'm learning so much. So I feel like next year when I do Nano, hopefully we'll do it next year, I'll like have a lot more information going into it. So because so this next project is going to be, oh, I didn't mention before, it's going to be a contemporary. And then after that, I actually have a trilogy. It's going to be a science fiction, fantasy, science fiction fantasy trilogy. So who knows, maybe like next year NaNoWriMo I might start the first one. So yeah. So I probably won't follow any themes. I'll just kind of go based on like my project timeline that I have. Okay, so then question 10, do you think you are going to win NaNo 2018? No! But that's okay, you know. I'm still going to be working on my second project and I'm going to get it done regardless. If you're not feeling very motivated in your writing, NaNo can be great because everyone's participating in it. You have this community. So I think NaNo can be great in that way. But I feel like for me, because I went a long time without writing, I have all this pent up energy, like writing energy. So I don't feel like I really need NaNoWriMo to motivate me to finish my project. I'm already pretty motivated to do it regardless. But I also do think NaNo is just a fun way, and it's also like, who doesn't want to get their project done as quickly as possible, you know? Just getting it done that much faster and that much closer to publication is great. And also to like share with your peers and like network and collaborate and work together and, you know, make friends and talk about your project. I mean, I still think NaNo is just a really fun experience. Oh, and I was gonna say, I have a video coming up. I think I'm gonna post this video before my other one, but I have a video coming up explaining why I'm not doing NaNoWriMo in case you're interested. So thank you so much for watching, and if you are new here and you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future writing updates because I have a lot more of them coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.